Hello, friend, and thank you for joining me today. So, let's jump straight in. Is tracing bad? Over my many years of teaching art and even more years of learning art, I have heard this question asked countless times. Because of this, I think that I have a great understanding of a unanimous answer that most artists agree with. Tracing is acceptable under certain circumstances. If you are a trained artist or are not looking to gain and learn the skill of drawing, or not trying to improve your drawing skills, then tracing is perfectly acceptable. However, if you are learning, trying to improve, or have not yet mastered the skill of drawing, then tracing should not be used. Let me explain this using a math example. Yes, everyone uses a calculator when doing a budget or balancing a checkbook. Even accountants use calculators. Why? Because it's easier and quicker. Does this mean that accountants are cheating at their job if they use a calculator? Absolutely not. A better question would be, does an accountant need to use a calculator to do their job? Again, this answer should be absolutely not. While the accountant was in school, using a calculator was not acceptable. That is because they were learning how numbers work. Accountants can do their job without the use of a calculator because they learned the basics first. The calculator is simply a tool that makes their job easier and faster. The same applies to tracing. If you are an artist, then tracing can be used as a way to make your job easier. If you are not skilled enough to complete a drawing without tracing, then your basic drawing skills should be improved, just like if an accountant couldn't do basic addition. I know that I, personally, would not like to have someone doing my taxes that did not understand addition and subtraction without the use of a computer or calculator. If you are learning to draw or in school, then tracing should not be allowed unless your teacher approves it. I, personally, only allow tracing in my class if students are tracing their own work or if the drawing itself is simply a means to a desired outcome quicker and not the main focus of the project. For instance, if we are using a silhouette to fill in a mosaic, the silhouette is not the main focus of the assignment and therefore should not be focused on when the limited time that we have should be spent on making the mosaic. Some artists, however, believe that tracing is simply a means to an end in all instances. If your primary focus is painting, then tracing is simply a way to get you to your main objective quicker. However, when people judge a painting, they only partially judge the painting technique. A painting has just as much to do with proportions of the drawing as it does the painting skill or technique that has been used. This means that a solid drawing foundation is seen through the painting, and even if the painting was the main intent of the work itself, the drawing under it is still seen and is just as important. Most artists agree that tracing, while not inherently bad, is often used improperly. Tracing should never be used in a way that hinders the learning opportunity that drawing has, or used in a way that might be deceiving. What all artists agree with is that tracing anyone else's work in any way is wrong. Plagiarism is never acceptable and should not be tolerated. The only exception to this is when a person is copying work to learn how the artist achieved an outcome. These works are known as contributions or copies of other works. Works done in this manner should never be taken credit for by the copier or claimed as their own. This is stealing both intellectual and physical property. So, I will leave you with the same question that we started with. Is tracing bad? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter, and I would love to hear what you think of my contribution to this topic. Thank you all very much, and until next time, have a wonderful day, my friend.